My name is Diana. I am currently a student at Puente High School. For the first part, the first area that we had to work with was the one in front of the school, which has Puente High School sign. We thought that maybe we could design that sign again with the students' art and make it more colorful. Then for the second part, which was on the side of the school, we thought we could put water barrels or benches in order to encourage other students to draw on them and paint them, and making the school more friendly and other people that walk by to see how close and we are as a school. The one in the parking lot south of school, we thought maybe we could put a picnic area, a little garden, not only for the students but also for the community, as to why there isn't many close parks here, so it would also work for the community. So mostly around the school I try to help out as much as I can, and there's also a small church nearby where I live, which is 4 or 5 blocks away. They sometimes hold events such as Halloween. They made little area for trick-or-treating for the kids. Sometimes they give away food, clothing, and I try to volunteer for that. Mostly because around this area I see a lot of people walking around. There's bus stops really close to the picnic area thing, and sometimes when it's really hot and you're walking around, you kind of want an area to sit down, and you probably don't want to sit around in someone's stairway because you think that would be wrong. So having benches even around the school, that would be pretty helpful to those people, and simply just it would make the community seem a lot better and more friendly. And maybe we could have the first students that come in on time and complete their work or their assignments for the previous day, they would have a chance to have lunch outside, which is something that we're always in the cafeteria, or sometimes we're allowed to go to room 1, and that would be more helpful for them to be oh, you know what, I want to have lunch outside, I don't want to be stuck in the cafeteria, I want to get there on time, or I want to complete my work, such as an encouragement. Or sometimes for classes that I have, writing class and English, that would be a lot helpful too, to concentrate instead of just having the closed empty area, being bored, being tired, and it would wake up ourselves and help us do our work. Something I learned new was the drought, how sometimes it would flood. That we could solve that on doing small things to solve that problem, and I thought that was really cool. So that's something I learned.
What was the I guess the one thing that really stood out to you in terms of being able to help out in a small way, but for the big picture?
Even the way you position the bricks on the floor, that was really wow, we could do that. I was really intrigued by it.
Was that when somebody brought up the example about the porous bricks, porous pavement?
Yes.
And was that the first time you heard about that particular feature?
Yes, because I've seen it before, and I always thought oh, they put it wrong. Why did they leave so much space? But now I know why. Now I was oh, that's why.
Have you seen it around here in the local neighborhoods or throughout other areas around the city?
Yes, throughout other areas, to Walker Street. There's that's where I've seen it. Also the barrels to store water. I've seen that around other schools too, and I was always why do they have them? But now I learned why, and I think that was really something oh, they're helping out too.
What was it? What did you think about when rain gardens and the term bioswale got brought up in terms of potentially some things to look at?
I thought that was a very simple, easy way, and also really nice, because if we do get to do any of that, we could also, it wouldn't be just you guys working on it. It would also have to involve the students, and I think that's something that would really help out. Because I think that if we're all making a part of it, for example, if we're all making a little garden, a little plant, you'd want the plants to look nice because it's your own work. If someone asks oh, who's taking care of that, and you're letting it die, you're gonna be oh, it was me, but you're gonna feel bad. So that way it would also encourage them to keep it clean, keep it as nice as it can be. I really enjoy nature. I think it's something that it's really peaceful, especially when my parents see that we're having a bad day. It's when I first started high school, I had a lot of homework and I was super stressed out. So what my parents would do is that they would each day we would take at least a 30-minute walk around our area, or we would go to a park. And I really find myself connected with nature because it's something that can help many people in many different ways, not just like, oh, I'm stressed out, I want to go. It's more like, oh, like I want like something to take care of, I want something that I can be really proud of myself, and I think nature helps with that. I really like hands-on projects, so anything that like, even if I see like, because like we go to stores and everything, we see places like, oh, volunteers for this, volunteers for that. It's always great to like, spend time with community and helping them out. So I think that's what I really want to work with, like anything that I can do to help out my community and people. I want to do civil engineering. I took engineering class since I was in the 5th grade, and so at first I was like, starting that class, I'm like, I don't want to be building, like I don't really think that's fun. But then like taking in more into like interest in that, I was like, wow, this is something really cool. Civil engineering is basically improving like bridges, structures, and anything such as like, a dam, or like how we wanted to like avoid flooding. Civil engineering also helps with that. So I really like that. It's helping out community, and that's what I took an interest in.
Civil. All right. Well, thank you so much, Deanna, again. And, we look forward to continuing to work with you and hopefully, be able to support you on your path toward becoming a civil engineer.
Thank you. I look forward to it as well.